Hench Herbivore is practically killing himself in the vegan diet, yet he's still pushing the vegan diet. Mind blown. Let's hope he snaps out of the cult and recovers his health as much as he can. As a vegan, I recently achieved a fat-free mass index of 25, the absolute pinnacle of what's considered achievable naturally. But more recently, I became extremely ill, had to undergo surgery, and currently look in about the worst shape of my life. I did a post on Instagram recently saying that I'd been extremely ill, but leaving out exactly what was wrong with me. As expected, despite there being no context, anti-vegans and carnivores immediately started blaming my vegan diet. Were they right to do so though? Well, I have a definitive answer for you, backed up by mainstream medicinal fact, so stay tuned for that. So, what did happen exactly? I developed cholecystitis from a gallstone being stuck in the bile duct of my gallbladder. Man, was I suffering. It's reckoned to be a worse pain than childbirth. Immediately I got admitted to hospital. After a few days waiting to have my gallbladder removed, I suffered peritonitis when my gallbladder suddenly perforated. Bile leaked into my body and I went into stage 4 kidney failure. Soon I was under the knife, the bile drained and my gallbladder removed. Post-surgery, as quickly as I went downhill, my vitals recovered similarly. Initially they said I'd be recovering in hospital for 10 days, I got out in only 5. Not bad for a lettuce muncher, hey. It was a shock being in hospital for a little under 2 weeks to see how quickly my muscles atrophied. Particularly my legs soon looked really tiny to me. I also didn't recognise my midsection. Post-surgery, my gut looked like a beach ball to me. This is because the surgeon fills the body up with gas to make his job easier and safer. Happily, I'm starting to see those abs come back through, I'm pleased to say. And now the big question. Are gallstones a vegan thing? No! By far the most common reason for gallstones to develop is from eating excess cholesterol. Considering that I've eaten 0 cholesterol in the last 11 years, I'd say I'm eating the most anti-gallstone diet. So, how in the hell did I develop gallstones? Well, most probably from my recent cut where I lost 77 pounds. Of course, you can lose weight on any eating modality. On average, vegans are the only group with a healthy BMI though, of course. So, if you're eating a carnivore diet, particularly a so-called carnivore diet where you're eating nothing but flesh, you're at massive risk for developing cholecystitis. That is the worst thing that I've ever been through, and I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. Carnivores, all you're doing anyway is swapping your long-term health for a short-term feeling of health. This isn't vegan rhetoric, this is medicinal fact, as proven by the overwhelming preponderance of scientific data. I get why people are seduced by this strategy. Like all animals, we have 3 prime directives. Seek pleasure, avoid pain, expend the least energy doing so. But think about it, if you've been eating carnivore for a while and then put in some whole plant foods, which again are clinically proven to be the healthiest foods in the world, and your gut falls to pieces, then you're not healing, are you? Please run some gut health diagnostics, SIBO tests, organic acids tests, bacterial tests, and actually ascertain what's wrong with your gut in the first place and treat it. And also, to all the wonderful trolls that said diet must be the cause of my illness. Again, if you're eating animals, you're getting the most cholesterol, so you're the most likely to get this illness. So therefore you must quit your diet or you're proving yourself to be a massive hypocrite. And you don't want that, do you now? Anyways, rant over, I'd like to finish with some final thoughts and insights about my terrible ordeal. This might sound like complete bull, but I promise you it's true. Given the chance, don't think I'd change anything. I came away with a lot to be grateful for. Firstly, it gave me a lot of perspective. While I was laying there in pain, bored and just plain uncomfortable, start thinking about my physique. How I looked like a hot mess and would need to be out of the gym for another 6 weeks still. I was about to start feeling depressed when I asked the nurse what was wrong with a guy diagonally opposite to me who was needing constant care. Turns out that this keen cyclist had gone headlong into a ditch and was now paralysed from the neck down. Immediately I thought to myself, the f*** have I got to complain about? I'm constantly bemoaning mainstream medicine. I liken it to a block sink with the tap left running. They will sell you paper towel after paper towel to clean the mess up with, while preventative medicine says, why not just turn off the tap? Anyways, as bad as mainstream medicine is for chronic issues, I got to feel the benefit of how well it deals with acute issues. As a bonus, they fixed the hernia that I'd had for years. I hadn't got it fixed yet as I was loath to be out of the gym recovering. Many anti-vegans were fond of saying that my hernia was because of my pro-inflammatory vegan diet. Well, number one, the short-chain fatty acids produced from eating fibre are the most anti-inflammatory compound in the world. And saturated fat, such as that found in animal products, is the most pro-inflammatory. So they've got their arse about face, haven't they? And also, I developed my hernia years before going vegan, back when I was eating tons of meat. And finally, and most importantly of course, hernias are not caused by diet. They're caused from straining. But hey, when you want to say that veganism is wrong, you've got to make it up. Also, the love that I felt from the hospital staff was immense. I saw how much many of them were struggling and under pressure, but they always dealt with me with such warmth and compassion, making me feel totally comfortable in situations where I may have felt a loss of dignity. I could see that those people, like me, were living their life's purpose. I admired them deeply and felt honoured to see them at work. Speaking of love, I've got to pick up my partner Gemma. My beautiful angel of a fiance was by my side, holding my hand the whole time. One night when things were particularly bad, she stayed behind 4+ hours after visiting time, despite the fact that she's not a fan of being in trouble, as she puts it. Staff literally had to kick her out. She has seen to my every whim, provided me with the best food, been someone to confide in, and a shoulder to cry on when needed. I've been completely in love with this deeply caring, selfless lady for many years now. But now I see how deeply she loves me right back. This ordeal has pulled sharply into focus how important Gemma is to me. I don't know what I would have done / would do without her. Gemma, you are my world. Thank you for being you, my beautiful angel. Being unable to work, I've been able to indulge myself in loads of my favourite things. I've been devouring lots of whole foods, plant-based scientific knowledge from podcasts, videos, etc. Oh yeah, come to think of it, I was even pushing vegan healthy nutrition while I was in hospital. Guy opposite me, Garth, we got chatting about the whole nutrition thing, and then he ordered a vegan breakfast, which caused a lot of kerfuffle for the staff. I've also been spending lots of time enjoying my D&D collection, which usually I have very little time for. Been reading my books, writing adventures, painting all my minis up. And I've also had time to stop, reflect and refocus. Speaking of which, I've come to realise that my branding is all wrong. Virtually none of my online coaching clients come to me for hardcore bodybuilding. So why is the channel called Hench Herbivore? The best new name I've come up with so far, I think, is Healthy, Vegan and Fit at Any Age. My thinking is that many clients cite my age as the reason they reached out to me. However, I do have clients as young as 18, so I don't want them to feel excluded, so the at any age thing seems apt. Can you guys think of a better name though? Comment below. I'm going to be quite limited at making content for a little while longer still, have a bit of residual pain, a lot of tiredness, although it is getting better. So, you know, I'm just getting really fired up and excited to make the new content for the new focus of this channel and also my Instagram page. I'm also very excited to get working with some online clients again. We've just opened up applications. We've got room for 5 clients. You must be really wanting to make a change. Like, the time must be right. We only want serious people. Don't bother applying if you're gonna half-ass it and not do it, because that doesn't excite me. But if you are ready to make serious changes, optimize your health, your looks, your performance, your just sense of well-being. You know, we utilize an app. You know, there's daily text available, DMs, so you're not going to be left wondering. You've got weekly Zoom calls to keep you accountable. The app's going to be tracking your stats. You've got exercise form. It's very, very cutting edge, very bespoke. It bloody works. It's not cookie cutter bull. It's tailored to you. So, link below for the contact form. Tell you all about exactly how we do it. And if you think that you're ready to really go for it, get in touch and we'll be excited to work with you. So in summary, watch this space and my Instagram page for awesome new content see my rise back to supreme fitness with my excellent whole foods plant-based diet, and we'll see you in the next video.